tomorrow, which we so desperately needed to at least chip away at the drought or not allow it to get any worse. Now this morning we're starting off pretty dry and comfortable, 62 degrees right now, same exact temperature we woke up to yesterday morning. Winds are nice and calm. However, I'm keeping a close eye on the dew point. That is the measure of moisture. Anytime the dew point temperature gets close to the actual air temperature, we start to track visibility. No issues around IAH in case you were headed to the airport bright and early this morning. However, for our western cities and counties, Columbus, Wharton, down to Angleton, visibility has dropped below the safe threshold, which is 2 miles visibility out ahead of you. So be careful this morning. Have your low beam lights on. Give yourself extra time to get to where you're going. Another little pocket of visibility trouble near Hobby, but closer towards, say, Kemah along the bay. And then another pocket that I'm watching in Conroe. Now this is going to start to lift once the sun comes up, especially by around 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think the low-lying cloud cover, which is fog, should be an issue. However, you will see some cloud cover until about lunchtime. Bright sunshine this afternoon, Jen. No rain in sight yet. We've got another chance for storm imagery. The structure of Hurricane Melissa, it is really symmetrical. Anytime you see a perfect circle pretty much in a really well-defined eye like that, you know it is a very powerful storm, and you obviously can tell by how much the strength has increased. 160 miles an hour. It's moving west very slowly, which is also bad news because it's going to hover around Jamaica for a long time. So here's the latest track, making an impact later this morning for a landfall by this afternoon. It continues its track closer towards Cuba as we go into tomorrow. Still a major Cat 3 hurricane, and then it continues off towards Turks and Caicos as a Cat 2. It is expected to move off to the eastern seaboard, having no more land interaction, but this is going to take several days and several feet of rainfall. So already through this weekend, we saw about a foot of rain. And like you saw, the predictions now take us closer towards 30 inches by landfall. Wind speeds are going to be constant throughout the afternoon and evening, at least at 60, 70, 80 hurricane force strength. Obviously, as the storm pushes through the heart of Jamaica throughout today into tomorrow, and then moving on to hurricane force impacts for Cuba throughout Tuesday, and then making its push towards Turks and Caicos by Wednesday, taking those hurricane force winds along with it. So this is a long stretch for those communities. We'll watch closely. 62 degrees out the door this morning here locally. Temperatures are nice and mild, really similar start to yesterday. Winds are calm, but there is some moisture out there, and that is producing some low-lying cloud cover, which we call fog, so visibility is reduced in a couple areas. Columbus has now dropped to 0. Doesn't mean that you can't see anything out ahead of you, but you're now just reduced to a couple hundred feet. A quarter of a mile visibility for Wharton and 3/4 for Angleton. Another area to monitor is Conroe. So if you are waking up with us this morning in any of those spots, having your morning coffee, maybe you take it to go because you're going to have to go nice and slow out on the roads. Do not rush this morning and have those low beam lights on. This afternoon is nice and calm. Those temperatures are going to warm up a few degrees above what's average for this time of year. So by this afternoon, we're under plenty of sunshine. The high makes it up to 84 degrees. And then we've got some major changes ahead. A 40% chance for rain tomorrow, and it's not just any ordinary rain-making front. It is a true fall front. Look at how it drops our temperatures from 82, our high tomorrow, to 72, our high on Wednesday. So check out Future Track. The rain is going to start to roll in by tomorrow afternoon. So that's a snapshot at 3 o'clock in our northern cities and counties from Huntsville through downtown by 5. So pencil that in your mental note that you're going to have a slowdown as you're commuting back home. That front gets to the coastline quickly by 6:30, and then the good stuff starts to roll in, which is the big temperature drop. Our morning lows are going to drop into the 50s. 59 to start off on our Wednesday, 54 on Thursday, and look at Halloween Friday. we're going to scrape the 40s for starts, and that high temperature only makes it up to 72 degrees, Jen. So all of the pumpkin spice lattes, the fall sweaters, the vests, they'll be out there. I can't wait to see everybody's fall fashion.
Yeah, I'd say, or have that party.
The weather's been a lot more active here. This weekend we got some rain, finally, across the area, 1 to 3 inches widespread, and then some pockets saw even higher totals. So around the Katy Freeway, 4 Jersey Village, 290 saw a pocket close to 4 inches. So did Bush Intercontinental Airport. Now today we're going to stay rain-free. Your high makes it up to 84 degrees. Tomorrow, though, another rain chance, and this one is the one that brings us the good stuff. This will finally drop our temperatures, and yes, a lot of us will break into the 40s during our morning starts. So we're gonna have to dress a little bit differently moving forward, at least for the end of October. That'll be really, really nice. So we go from 82 tomorrow to a high of 72 on Wednesday. The one thing I do want you to be conscientious about this morning is the potential of some early morning fog. So visibility issues right now are being highlighted for our western cities and counties. So this is Colorado to Wharton down to Brazoria. So Angleton, you can see about a mile out ahead of you. Just make sure you've got your low beam lights on and just take it nice and slow. Throughout the day, that fog burns away. We're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds through about lunchtime, and then lots of sunshine. So this is what it looks like on Future Trek. Nice and clear for this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, more cloud cover starts to build in, but this isn't just fog. This is clouds ahead of the front. Shower activity starting to pick up the pace in the afternoon. Huntsville, 3:30, downtown, 5 o'clock, and then by 6:30, the rain is along the coastline. So this is a fast-moving front, but it is going to have lots of impacts.